So today I want to share my thoughts with you on my Apple iWatch and why I'm not gonna replace it once it's broken. There are several reasons. The first one is just the overall look. Now I cannot blame the Apple Watch for that because I bought it and I knew how it looks like. But the longer I wear it, and I have it like, it's a Model 5 and I have it since a little bit longer than 2 years. And the more I compare it to my regular watches, to my analog watches, well, this one is an analog one and that's electric one, I'll come to that later, the more I actually enjoy the old style look. But that's not actually the main reason. So a few weeks ago I was on a business trip and I forgot the charger for that watch and I was there for like 4 days. So I didn't have a chance to charge that watch and I fell back to my smartphone to use the smartphone as a watch. Now that's the number one criticism I have. The battery of this watch lasts, if I'm lucky, 24 hours. And that's the Model 5, it has an always on display and I'm not even using that function because it makes no sense, because then the battery life is like nothing, right? Now this one, that's an analog watch, so I can wind it up and it's also an automatic watch, so when I wear it, it's just winding it up itself. But here's the watch which I love the most. I bought this watch in the early 2000s. I'm not sure if it was 2003 or 2004. So that is a Citizen watch and it's actually a special model. It's called the Blue Angel Citizen Eco-Drive. Now, what fascinates me, it has a solar panel here, that watch. And since I have that watch almost 20 years, I never had to replace the battery. It's incredible. So this watch lasts for 20 years. In 20 years, this watch, it's already e-waste, right? Because the battery won't last that long. You most likely cannot even connect it to your smartphone, blah, blah, blah. So I actually regret that I bought the Apple Watch because yes, it has some good features, but to be honest, this watch, it's waterproof. I take it everywhere, even if I go sometimes to construction sites. It's super stable, durable. I never, as I said, had to replace the battery. This watch here, it's an automatic watch, which I like the most of all these watches. It's a little bit more expensive. I got it as a gift. Now I'll show you the watch face later in detail. But I have to say, these electronic watches, I was wrong buying one. I do not enjoy it. If you just see first the plastic strap, yes, I could replace it, but still the design of the watch looks, it's hard to tell, but I just don't like it at all. I more and more enjoy the classic dials, and as I said, these two watches, I have, this one I have more than 10 years, this one I have almost 20 years. Now just imagine 20 years, that's a waste of money, right? This watch, at the time when I bought it, was the same price, more or less, like the Apple Watch. But that's gone. I mean, in 5 years I cannot use that. Now, why I love this watch so much, it's actually a special model. It's called the Blue Angels. And I guess that's the first one of these. Now I was wearing this almost 20 years in a row. Now just look at it. It looks pretty good. And then if I just compare it to my Apple Watch, you already see that it's kind of wearing out after 2 years. Here you can see the, what do you call it, the crest, the emblem of the Blue Angels. And then if you put it on your wrist, I'll just like that. It's sturdy. It will, well, it maybe will last longer than I do. It has different time zones, stuff like that, so that's just perfect for traveling. I love this watch very much. And then the next one, that's the automatic watch. That's a limited edition. It's a Porsche, or as you would pronounce it, right, a Porsche watch. And I got that for free. And I'm pretty happy about that watch. It's a little bit more expensive, but I didn't have to pay for it. I got it as a gift, and I just love the style of that watch overall. And I'm not sure how to say this, but more and more I think analog watches are just fine. They do their job, they give you the time. Everything else which you actually need, which you can get from your Apple Watch, you can actually get all the functions from your smartphone, right? It counts the step. Okay, your smartphone cannot measure your heartbeat, but that's actually the only benefit. So would I ever buy a smartwatch again? Simple answer, no. It's not just because of the aesthetics, it's just e-waste. They are not lasting long. One day you're gonna lose support for that watch. You maybe get no software update, whilst for this automatic watch, it's maybe even working in 100 years from now, if people can still maintain and repair it. But this watch, this Citizen watch, the Eco-Drive, it's so fascinating. I'm not kidding, I never replaced the battery in 20 years. It is still running. You just need to expose it to light, and then it's recharging itself over and over again. This watch is so sturdy. You can even go like scuba diving with that watch. When I go on vacation, that's the watch I'll always take with me. Because I learned a lesson from my iWatch. The battery runs out, you forget the charger, it's not good. This one, I do not even have to care if I go scuba diving or if it's getting dirty whatsoever. That watch just always functions, it never breaks. And I'm not really taking care of that watch, so this one, it's an awesome, perfect watch. This one becomes e-waste. So if you have some $400 and you want to buy a watch, I just encourage you, just consider getting a regular watch, either one with a battery, like the Eco-Drive I have, or just a manual one like this one, an automatic one. And believe me, you're gonna enjoy this way more than that piece of plastic. And just to end that video, just compare the looks. It's just like it's just a piece of plastic. It's just, well, it's not good, and I should not have wasted my money for that. Lesson learned. Thanks for watching.